There you go.
Well, see,
what are you having for Thanksgiving?
What are we having for
we have
Thanksgiving?
we have a lot to gobble about. But
Well,
you
it's
know,
interesting. Can I just say one thing? Because Rob and Shelley have 4 kids, and their journey, the kids had to accept this journey, but they did it in a very beautiful, loving way, and they came in slowly, and they kept, because so turkey was like a mixture at one point, and now they're all on board. Is that
Right. We did turkey hamburgers for a while. We did turkey burgers. Then we did tofurkey. That's tofu, like turkey type of thing. But really, truly, this Thanksgiving, we are doing a beautiful shepherd's pie with beautiful sautéed and roasted vegetables with a layer of baked and roasted mashed potatoes on top. We're doing beautiful salads. We're doing roasted Brussels sprouts. We have a squash soup with apple, a little bit of apple, green apple in it just for the holidays. We have pomegranates in the salad. We're using pizza. We're making vegetarian pizzas on brown rice crusts. And we truly are having a vegan feast this year. And so it can be done. It has taken a few years. It took me probably 3 to 4 years to phase milk, bread, meat, dairy, and sugar out of my home. We didn't come in like the Nazi Gestapo and say no more fun, no more joy, no more birthdays,
Excuse me
no
for
more.
1 second. It's just one per person. This gentleman was having 2. It's
just one per person.
You got to keep them straight, Rob. You got to keep them straight. Beverly Hills.
you know, really the cure for cancer is not found in its treatment. It's found in its prevention. So prevention is very, very important.
So Shelley, what are you up to now?
Okay, so that's what I call a knife. Right, I've got these beautiful, beautiful, huge English cucumbers. Thank you very much for the ice. This is how we start our day. This is going to take the place of your fruit smoothie or your McMuffin or whatever it is that you're used to eating for breakfast. I'm going to add God's butter, again, the highest in potassium. Okay, those of you that are sports people that want to get rid of the muscle cramps in your legs and whatever, one of the best sources of potassium is the avocado. So we're going to just put in an avocado in here for creaminess in the shake. You don't want to, when you go off dairy foods, you still want to be able to have something creamy and nice. So the avocado is the one for that.
So Shelley, can I ask you a question about
You bet.
breakfast? Because
Yes.
you say that change your breakfast, change your life. And many are so used to going to Starbucks, getting that coffee, the double, triple latte with eight shots of espresso. And people are literally levitating as they're leaving Starbucks. And now you're talking about vegetables in the morning, right? It's a whole new world.
It is a whole new world. And I tell people to transition into this. Try this 3 mornings a week and then go back to your old breakfast and see how your energy levels are through the day. And once you get on these electron-rich foods, we've got Popeye here, but Popeye's not in a can. He's fresh from the garden here, and that's how we've changed things. We're bringing Doc Brock into the picture. He's our new alkalarian hero, Doc Brock. And we're replacing Popeye with Doc Brock. And he's giving us greens from the garden, not just from the can. So then we go to, I'm going to add a little sweetness today in the shake for you this morning, just so you can taste how I would take your fruit smoothie and change it for breakfast. And I'm going to put the juice of 2 red ruby grapefruits. If you come out to the Rancho del Sol, we grow these on 1/4 of our acreage there. The red ruby grapefruit is high in lutein, which is great in your system, and beautiful, subtle sweetness in the red ruby grapefruits. Not too much sugar that it's going to cause a big problem.
What's interesting is the people who haven't seen a Vitamix and how it works.
Yes?
Can you use anything else for grapefruit?
You could use lemons or limes. Lemons and limes would be fine. We do have a limey shake that we do.
Transitionally, green apple.
Yeah, if you were transitioning over to this and getting off hard sugars, you could use a little bit of green apple, something like that. But it's the sugars that we're trying to limit when somebody is over-acidic or they have a high inflammatory condition like fibromyalgia, arthritis, bursitis, any of those itises.
You know, we live in a world where the medical industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And so when you were talking earlier about them not wanting to support your diabetes program, you know, there's a brainwashing that has gone on for many years. And the people are waking up and waking up and waking up and taking responsibility because of this brainwashing, because people don't want to lose that money from the medical industry and also the pharmaceuticals. So, you know, I got to check with my doctor, but how many doctors are talking optimistically about your health? It's a continuation of keeping that medical thing going.
Yeah, so on top of
these machines are unbelievable, because you would look at that and go, how would she ever liquefy that?
Yeah, this is Vitamix. This is my blender of choice. It has this plunger that keeps things going down around and mixing up real easy. So we have our grapefruit juice, we have spinach, we have the English cucumber, avocado, ice, and I'm going to be adding coconut today. You can get organic coconut in your health food store by Let's Do Organic, where they've taken the coconut and the good oil of the coconut out and put it into the box. Yes?
That's the white solid that you put in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes. And then I put ice. And for a touch of a sweetener today, we're going to be putting in coconut blossom sap, which is a very interesting sweetener. It's low glycemic and it's mineral rich. So that's what we're going to use. And this is what we would put you on or your children on if we were taking you off of your high fruit smoothies and sugary drinks. So I'm going to just mix this for a minute and then we'll get you out a taste.
This particular shake we would not give to someone who's been diagnosed with a serious illness. So if we're reversing diabetes, this would not be the shake. Rather than adding the grapefruit or the coconut, we would actually add salt. So it would be it would take on more of a guacamole type taste than a sweet taste. You know, that's what we call the salty shake. Yeah.
Because there was a while there in the on my health journey that people no salt, and then when you said about the value of salt, it was an eye opener for me. So Neil had a question: what kind of salt?
Well, salt is sodium chloride, so any salt will do. Unfortunately, the salts that are processed contain other chemicals that are acquired through the processing and through just eliminating some of the other minerals. They want to come out with something that's white. And most of the salts, like Himalayan salt or real salts, have kind of a brownish tonality to them. But through a processing, you end up with chemicals within the salt that aren't good for you. You'll end up with, let's say, anti-binding agents in those salts. And so it's not that salt is bad in any particular form, it's how it's processed. So that's why I don't recommend processed salts that have been, let's say, demineralized, where minerals have been separated out just to isolate the sodium and chloride ions. Well, Himalayan salt is an excellent salt, but it's a crystal salt, and it's not necessarily in a form that the body can utilize. The body can only use something that's in a liquid state, in a colloidal state. So
you have something called 4 salts.
We have a product called 4 salts, but we also have a product that comes from the great North Shore of the Great Salt Lake called flavor salts, which is actually a liquid colloidal salt in a perfect state. The best way to have your salts is to take the salt in a crystalline form like Himalayan or real salt, put it into distilled water or alkaline water, stir it up, okay, and then drink it from that. Put it into a solution. That's how the body uses the salt. It needs to be in a solution rather than have to break down those salt crystals. And so, but any non-processed salt, pink salt, Himalayan salt, French salt, Celtic salt, okay, these
right by the sun.
Yeah, see, these are sun-dried. They are crystals. They have to be put into a solution, and then so that's why the kids and the adults that come to the ranch, we put them on a salty diet.